chops and steaks fit for a Jarl. Come and see me.
You look awful. Better not get me sick.
How goes the begging today, friend? Looking for my husband? Are you married? You look the type. Make sure you treat your wife
I
with
worry about
respect.
the arrows in the hole. Unwalled, lightly manned. Prime targets for those damn dragons.
Are those two at it again? Yeah! Watch the eyes.
I knew it!
Nice!
All right.
Pathetic!
What are you waiting for?
Get out of our guide. This should be good.
You're pathetic!
Get him. Kill him. You dare fight a Dunmer? Enough! Ah, fresh blood. Hope you know how to handle yourself.
You don't just waddle in here and get to speak to the boss. Who do you think you are? If you want to embarrass yourself, I won't stop you. Kodlak is the Harbinger. He's the closest thing you'll find to a leader around here. So I wouldn't have to answer stupid questions from idiots. Are you looking to join? I wouldn't get your hopes up. The short answer is, we fight. The long answer is, forget it. You're not worth my time. Now, if you'll excuse me.
You'll do all right someday.
I haven't seen you before, have I? Have we met?
No
I'm
fighting
sorry
just
if I've
yet.
forgotten.
Not till Skjor says so. We train now.
In charge of what? I'm in charge of me, and you're in charge of you.
Train.
If you're looking to join up, Kodlak's the one to be talking to. A man of my station has many debts. I'm not much use at labor or learning, but I can throw a punch with the best of them. The companions let me fight for gold, and so I fight. We're the best damn fighters in Skyrim. At least, some of us are. All right, then.
My brother Vilkas is a better talker than me. He should be around someplace. I'm here to help. Vilkas and I have been here since we were little whelps. Our father Jurgen raised us here. Even Vigner couldn't remember companions younger than us. The companions are my family. We fight so that other people don't have to. We bring honor and glory to ourselves and each other. Too confusing for me. Empire, Nords, Talos, who cares? Just tell me who needs bludgeoning. Kodlak is the one who figures out who can be a companion, so talk to him. It's out of my hands. Until next time.
I had a bad time a few years back, and I turned to drink. But Vignar, he wouldn't let me stay weak. Oh, I'm not a companion myself. I just helped Vignar. He took me in when I was having a tough time and... well, I owe him. To hear Vignar tell it, we're a bunch of layabouts and useless viners who used to know how to fight. But he thinks everything used to be better. I, for one, would trust any companion with my life. And we've done as much as we can to prepare for that. But remember, Whiterun is home to the companions. Any dragon that comes here will get more than he's bargained for. I think. Farewell, sir.
My brother Vilkas is a better talker than me. He should be around
Are you
someplace.
feeling all right, dear? You look a little ill. Oh, I'm just a servant, dear. You want to talk to one of the companions, I'm sure. A good bunch of men and women who make too much a mess, if you ask me. Goodbye, dear.
Need something? The Circle are the ones who parcel out the jobs. That's Ayla, Skjor, and the brothers, Farkas and Vilkas. Kodlak advises them, but he doesn't really give orders. Are you kidding? I've wanted to be with them since I was a little girl. Haven't you heard the stories of Kodlak and Skjor fighting off the 101 orc berserkers? Skjor says it was more like 40, but he's just being modest. Where else would I want to be but here? Learning from them, fighting at their sides. Only the most famous warrior band in all of Skyrim. Have you been living with the Horkers? When we arrive, blood is spilled and our blades sing to the glories of Ysgramor. This is life, brother. The struggle is what reminds us to draw breath. All right, then.
Ysgramor himself wouldn't have the patience to deal with all the rabble around here. My mother was a companion, and her mother, and all the women in my family back to Harati Blackblade. I stayed with my father in the woods until I was old enough for my trial. We hunted everything there was to hunt. Good training. Ma didn't live long enough to see me join, but I fight to honor her and all my shield sisters through time.
Just those same ruffians I was bringing in for the
An
shadow
outsider,
shields.
eh? Never heard of the
So much
Companions?
wasted
An
breath
order
and
of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough.
Telling you it works. Let them bring their own ears on
Kodlak
their
says
shield,
not to
then
worry
scoop
about
them
it.
up off the ground.
I worry that a bunch of snowberries are out there earning glory while we stay out of it. But I will follow the old man's lead, as ever. We don't just take in any milk drinker who stumbles in. Talk to Kodlak if you think you have what it takes to be a companion. All right, then.
Make it quick.
Haven't seen your face before. I'm watching you.
Now, if you'll excuse me.
Mm-hmm. This is a place for warriors, New Blood. What brings you here? I learned the ways of the blade in the Great War.
Nearly lost my life outside the Imperial
And
City.
if you want to keep having
I came
ears,
home to
you'll pretend
Skyrim
you
when it was
didn't.
all over, but I wasn't
Is it
much
not
good at
allowed?
anything other than fighting.
It's not exactly
Wandered
forbidden,
around as a
but
blade for
so
hire.
It's not true.
It was a damn
So
good
that's
one,
that.
too. The money was good, and the women were good, and the drinks were good. But I was losing myself, my heart. I was lucky the companions found me. Now there's a reason to be fighting. The honor of my brothers and sisters is worth more than coin. Of course the money is still good. And the drinks. Ask any fool around here and get a different answer. Mercenaries, warriors of honor, brothers and sisters of the blade, drunken rabble. Take your pick. I've been here longer than most of them. Even I don't know sometimes. I just hope they don't kill each other. None of our business. There's no honor to be had in the squabbling of Jarls. So you think you have what it takes? Huh. Lucky for you, I'm not the one who makes that decision. Talk to Kodlak. Who knows? Maybe he's in a generous mood. I'll take my leave then.
Got a lot of steel to shape. The Skyforge? I, my clan fathers have worked it since the first Grey Manes came to Whiterun. Skyforge steel is all the companions will use, for good reason. blind, boy? I'm a blacksmith. Any halfwit could see that. By Izmir's beard, I ain't one for humor. You know who the companions are, so quit your asking. Why? Who says I have to be? Skyforge steel is my art and honor. The companions need the best, so they come to me. Gods be praised.
How do you manage to hold your ground like that?
You have to remember, it's not...
If you wish to hunt with me, your feet need to be quick and your eyes quicker.
Huh? Be careful!
Oh, it's you.
What kind of weapon do you prefer? I like the smaller, quicker blades.
Yes, you're very fond of saying that. You know I like hammers and axes.
Stay slow. I can get in and out before you have one swing.
Let's test that out sometime.
Ah, fresh blood. Hope you know how to handle yourself. Soon enough, it'll be me. In the meanwhile, the Circle handles our daily routine, and Kodlak advises them as Harbinger. Fortune and glory, friend. Fortune and glory. Fortune and glory, friend. Fortune. Why would you even come to Jorvaska without knowing what we stand for? This is not play acting here. We are the true spirit of Skyrim. Honor is in our blood, death in our hearts. If you seek either, you've found the right place. Safe travels. Yes, sirrah. And what might you need, hmm? What do you think you're doing? Need something?
I think you've been taking things that don't belong to you. Pay your debts, and we'll forget this happened. Hold your head up. I'm sure it won't happen again.
But I still hear the call of the blood.
We all do. It is our burden to bear. But we can overcome.
You have my brother and I, obviously. But I don't know if the rest will go along quite so easily.
Leave that to me. A stranger come... Hall.
Great. Another ambitious visitor. You think you can just wander in here and join us? To hear Farkas tell it, our father raised us here as happy pups, running around, biting knees. I love my brother, but his brains are not his strong suit. We were brought here by Jürgen. Whether he was our father or not, I don't care. He left to fight in the Great War and never came back. So he's not my problem anymore. We've been here as long as either of us can remember, though. So try to show some respect. You'll hear some of the brighter faces around here talk about honor and glory. I've got nothing against it, but for me, the promise of coin is what feeds my blade. Wherever someone in Skyrim doesn't feel up to defending their own honor, we'll take up their burden. There are always good reasons to fight. I just wish this war had them. Who cares who worships what dead god? Give me something to make me draw my sword. I don't know if you're capable, and I don't have time to find out. If Kodlak will vouch for you, I might have some work you could do. All right, then.
A stranger comes to our hall. Greetings, outsider. If you have some business here, speak it. Like most of our band, I found this family after losing my own. I traveled the length and breadth of this land, learning all I could of the sword and the axe. I was just a boy, but I had the fire of a man in my heart. Eventually, my body caught up to my spirit. My predecessor, Askar, found me in Hammerfell. I was serving as a bodyguard for some weak-necked lord out there. He brought me back here, and I realized that I was actually coming home. I worked to bring honor to this family, and to the family that I lost. For my mother, my father, and my grandfather. For all my shield siblings. Family and honor. That's what it means to be one of us, boy. Your question carries more weight than you may know, newcomer. The sort of thing some of us spend our lives pondering. The difference between a noble band of warriors and a ragged bunch of assassins is as thin as a blade's edge. I try to hold us to the right path. Politics are something best avoided. I prefer more personal confrontations myself. Would you now? Here, let me have a look at you. Yes, perhaps. A certain strength of spirit.
Master, you're not truly considering accepting him.
I am nobody's master, Vilkas. And last I checked, we had some empty beds in Jorvaskr for those with a fire burning in their hearts.
Apologies. But perhaps this isn't the time. I've never even heard of this outsider.
Sometimes the famous come to us. Sometimes men and women come to us to seek their fame. It makes no difference. What matters is their heart.
And their arm.
Of course. How are you in battle, boy? That may be so. This is Vilkas. He will test your arm. Vilkas, take him out to the yard and see what he can do.
Aye.
Are you feeling all right, dear? You look a little ill.
The old man said to have a look at you. So, let's do this. Just have a few swings at me so I can see your form. Don't worry, I can take it.
Never should have come here.
Not bad. Next time won't be so easy. You might just make it. But for now, you're still a whelp to us, new blood. So you do what we tell you. Here's my sword. Go take it up to Yorland to have it sharpened. And be careful. It's probably worth more than you are.
What brings you here? I'm guessing you're the newcomer then. Oh, don't worry too much about it. They were all whelps once. They just might not like to talk about it. And don't always just do what you're told. Nobody rules anybody in the Companions. Well, I'm not sure how they've managed it, but they have. No leader since Ysgramor. Kodlak is the Harbinger, and he's a sort of advisor for the whole group, but every man is his own. Every woman, her own. Not actually a companion myself, but none of them know how to work a forge properly, and I'm honored to serve them. My name is Eorlin Greymane. I work the Skyforge. Best steel in all of Skyrim. All of Tamriel. I have a favor to ask. I've been working on a shield for Aela. My wife is in mourning, and I need to get back to her soon. I'd be much obliged if you could take this to Aela for me. That's a good man.
I'm here to buy food, Nazim. I suppose you don't need to worry about that. Don't take this the wrong way, but you look a little sick. Thank you. This should turn that old cat's gaze. Maybe I'll be able to become a caravaneer myself one day. As promised, let me show you a thing or two about bargaining. Don't want some shifty merchant giving you a raw trade. Farewell.
Well met, kinsman.
I'd be dead if not for Vignar.
If you wish to hunt with me, your feet need to be quick. Ah, good. I've been waiting for this. Wait, I remember you. So the old man thinks you've got some heart, I guess.
You know this one? I saw him training in the yard with Vilkas.
Ah, yes. I heard you gave him quite a thrashing.
Don't let Vilkas catch you saying that.
Do you think you could handle Vilkas in a real fight? Whoa, ease up there. We're rough, but there's no need to kill a shield brother over a dispute. I like your fire, though. You'll make a fierce companion. Let us hunt together sometime. Here, let's have Farkas show you where you'll be resting your head.
Farkas.
Did you call me?
Of course we did, Icebrain. Show this new blood where the rest of the whelps sleep.
New blood? Oh, I remember you. Come on, follow me. Skjor and Aella like to tease me, but they're good people. They challenge us to be our best. Nice to have a new face around. It gets boring here sometimes. I hope we keep you. This can be a rough life. The quarters are up here. Just pick a bed and fall in it when you're tired. Telma will keep the place clean. She always has. By the way, if you're looking for something to do, we've gotten a letter about someone needing some muscle right here in Whiterun Hold. I don't know what the fight is about, and that's not our business anyway. I just need you to go out there, look tough, and scare this milk drinker into submission. No more than that. I don't want to hear about a killing, understand? Try not to get carried away. By the way, if you're looking for something to do,
Are you feeling all right, dear? You look a little ill.
I've heard you may actually be stronger than you look. Perhaps we can...